Imagine being born in a country with a brutally divided political atmosphere. For the love of love and uniting people, you decide to put on a concert to help ease tensions between Jamaica's National Party and the Jamaican Labor Force. This is exactly what Bob Marley did December 1976, except instead of a magical night of singing and dancing, it turned into an unsuccessful assassination attempt on his life. As many of us know, Bob Marley, for his legendary status in the reggae music space, for his introduction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1994, and for his 1977 album Exodus, named Album of the Century by Time magazine. Bob also advocated his entire life for social change through his music, while helping listeners relax and dance to his music. As someone who grew up in Northern California, I've had reggae music playing in my ears since I can remember. Growing up, Bob Marley was such an integral part of my life, with my parents always playing his music. It created a strong affinity for the artist and genre in my heart. To really identify Bob Marley's impact on music, we'll have to explore his humble beginnings in Kingston, Jamaica, his start in music with politics being a focus, and then his legacy and impact on music today. Located on the south side of Jamaica, the Jamaican island, is the 50-mile-wide city of Kingston. Founded in 1692 from mostly the English elite, Kingston was built on economic interests of white farmers at the time. According to Andrew Wiederhorn of the Reggae paper, quote, Kingston served as a trading post for the transatlantic slave trade, and this was one of their main trades. The African slaves were used to farm sugar in Jamaica, and that was then sent to England. But the birthplace of Bob Marley was Trenchtown, a town located in a small ghetto community of West Kingston. Trenchtown is known for being a violent place, impoverished community that has been overrun by police and gang violence. There is one thing that has come out of this place, and that has been numerous reggae artists that tell their stories through their music. So Bob Marley formed his band, Bob Marley and the Wailers, in 1963 in Trenchtown. They released their song Simmer Down, which turned into an overnight success, responsible for mainstreaming reggae music to overseas audiences. According to Timothy White for Britannica, quote, no longer did one have to parrot the stylings of overseas entertainers. It was possible to write raw and uncompromising songs for and about disenfranchised and impoverished-stricken West Indians, unquote. This shift highlighted the beginning of a superstardom for Bob Marley and the Wailers. His songs that touched on political themes were Get Up, Stand Up, Redemption Song, and I Shot the Sheriff. As well as political unrest, he used his music to spread the message of Rastafari, which is a religious and political movement. He became a political figure by 1976, which ended up putting his and his wife and children's lives in danger. Marley survived 2 assassination attempts, which were politically motivated. Bob was set to perform the Smile Jamaica concert, which led opposing parties to assume he was in support of one side versus the other when he really did not have a side. Britannica highlights that 2 days before the concert, a group of gunmen, perhaps seeking to punish him for his supposed support of this side, broke into his house and wounded his wife, his manager, and employees of the band. Shortly after performing that concert, Bob fled Jamaica, first to the Bahamas and then to London, where he lived in exile for a period and recorded Exodus, which would be hailed by Time magazine as the most important album of the 20th century. But after the turmoil and great success he had, his legacy cannot be overlooked. It's been over 40 years since Bob Marley passed away from cancer, but he wouldn't find the political space much different than it was when he lived. The world today still lives in unrest and poverty, and Bob believed that human experiences shaped human society, which he highlighted the most in his music. According to Culture magazine, quote, Marley's music will forever be evergreen because humankind will always have war. The want for unity is universal as well, but it's unchangeable because someone will always be at power. Bob made it a trend to make music about politics and religious themes to raise awareness. According to Faith Riddell of Culture magazine, quote, through his music, people from around the globe came to embrace Rastafari. Marley's music helped push the goal of Rastafarian philosophy, making it seen globally. It is now estimated that there are about 1 million followers around the world. Oh, did it stop? No, it didn't. No, it's still going.
Okay.
It is now.
Wait, watch out, Rob.
Also, many scholars use his music in teaching the global phenomenon and teachings of Rastafari. In many ways, the life of Bob Marley has influenced music and politics over the years, and will for years to come. The impact that Bob had in uniting the people to advocate for change and peace is insurmountable. I hope in the future to see less division between Jamaican politics. But to close out today's speech, I would like to highlight a quote by Bob Marley himself, which I think perfectly encapsulates the type of man he was. Quote, don't gain the world and lose your soul. Wisdom is better than silver or gold. Thank you, guys.
That was outstanding.